Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Friday Furtado Show, and the show where I, Justin Furtado, Coach Furtado, share my experience as a young leader, young coach, and just human, right? Because we're all human, but really want to share my experiences as a youth sports coach. So let's dive right in. So today's episode, trusting the process, right? And I want to fast forward a little bit to last year around this time, about March, springtime. Right, and at this time, I was still in Eugene. I was still running, I believe, Better World Challenge. I believe this is even before I ran Impact. And at the time, I really was into like social entrepreneurship, wanted to make a change in that kind of landscape, and that's kind of where I saw myself. Right, but fast forward to today, I am working the youth basketball space, and I'm really happy about it. So let's go to the fall, right? Like I moved from Eugene to Los Angeles in about August, right? So about fall time, right? I was planting seeds for the spring harvest. And one of those seeds was I started coaching basketball a little bit, not necessarily more seriously. I just picked up a consistent gig where I was coaching basketball 3-4 times every week. And it gave me an opportunity to really practice and hone a skill that I'm good at, right? And I had done that in Eugene at Boys and Girls Club. Actually, I was able, around this time, to teach a class for 6 and 7 year olds, right? Very, very young, very beginning basketball players. And I thought nothing of it, right? And I had coached a couple teams before, and I knew I was going to do it, right? But I didn't know it was going to be the thing, right? Like that I was going to, do for a living. And so, I started coaching, right? Getting some more responsibilities, building relationships with players, with parents, with my coworkers, with my supervisors, and all the above. And so you can fast forward to where we are today. I actually had an interview this week with a really elite high school, public school, to be a Frosh sophomore coach. I don't want to reveal, what school it is because I haven't got the job yet, but the interview went really well. It's a great opportunity for me, so I just have to wait and see if the fit is good for them as well. I don't want to, say anything predeterminedly, but I feel very good about how the interview went, right? And I'm very excited because, it's an opportunity for me to really, sharing with you my goals right now. It's kind of be funny because I got like one listener, maybe 2 listeners right now, and maybe one day someone's going to come back and listen to this episode and be like, oh, this is where it all started, right? Like, I want to coach. Like, that's where I feel, right? There's just like feelings you get, and you got to trust. Like, it's a place where I feel like I'm in the zone, right? Like, time flies like that. I'm able to impact people. I'm able to, work with joy. It's just like something like that brings me, so much fulfillment. And that's what I was really trying to help people with. And I'm like, I got to live that first before I can try and help people with finding their own fulfillment. And, so there's that. I'm also, talking about, I've mentioned before that I've been promoted, but I'm working on trainings for the coaches at Royal Basketball, and honestly trying to expand. So I'm working with an organization out in Oregon. I'm not going to reveal that organization as well. But we're really trying to, help develop coaching curriculum to just better the lives of our coaches, really help them understand why they're here, and then just really become more effective and kinder and really just compassionate coaches. Because right now what I see in the coaching landscape, and I'm still new, right? Like, this is me sharing my thoughts, and I'm listening to a lot of podcasts, right? Like, kids need sports more than ever right now, just because they spend so much time on Zoom, so much time on the internet, on their free time and for school, right? They need to have their bodies moving and being active. And I know that was something that was really important for me and what I learned. And I understand that not every kid is going to be able to play in high school, but if you can give youth a positive experience with moving around and being active and playing sports, there's going to be a likelier chance, and I don't know the exact number, but for them to be active later on versus being that mean gym coach that's like, shh, do this, do that, you got to think about the impact that you have. And so working on the trainings for that, I'm really excited because the coaches make the experience for the athlete, right? When I first started, I was really kind of fretting over the drills that I was doing, right? And the drills do matter. Don't get me wrong, they do matter. But the more important thing is how engaging are you with the kids? What's the experience you're providing for them? Are you making sure it's fun for them, right? Of course, are you teaching them discipline? Are you teaching them the life lessons that basketball brings? And I'm really excited to be working on that and be getting paid to do that, right? Like, I didn't imagine myself doing that last year, and that's just me kind of like, impacting where my feet are. I just try to do my best job as a coach and really, have fun. I at first, like, I was always thinking about the next thing, and as soon as I stopped doing that, and I just was just like, boom, let's impact today, let's be a great coach today. I let it fly. I started really coaching and enjoying, and really I feel like I'm impacting, because I feel like I'm getting so much better at working with youth and working as a coach. And it just has come with practice, and it's been very enjoyable, right? I got this guy on my shirt, Sean McVay. He's actually a football coach, but honestly, I like to think of myself, of course, I'm not just Sean McVay, but I definitely bring Sean McVay's energy. When I'm at my best, I'm bringing that energy, uplifting people, and I know that part of the coaching trainings, and even for yourself, right? Like, you gotta first know yourself, know your skills. Not all the coaches that I work with are super like rah woo, like me, maybe a little bit annoying sometimes, right? They're a little bit quieter, a little bit maybe firmer, and in different ways, and that is a benefit to the experience of the kids, too, to have different coaches with different personalities, right? And then it's maximizing those strengths and really kind of going from there. So I'm really thrilled. I'm really grateful for where I'm at, and really where I wanted to share with y'all is just like, continue to trust the process and continue doing your best, reaching out to people. Like, I'm always just reaching out to other coaches. I'm interviewing other coaches. I'm just trying to meet as many people as I can and just have a good time, right? Like, I think it's one of the things that I really am learning recently in my life. I've been, focusing a little bit more on personal life and just having fun in my personal life, and it's been bleeding into my career instead of being so serious all the time. So just enjoying living life, and yeah. So I appreciate y'all for listening to this. If you got to this point, subscribe. I post every Friday. I share something that I've been learning this week, and I share my mistakes that I've been making, and it just really an opportunity to connect. I want to learn about you as well. That's why I create content, right? I think I'm going to start creating content, just for fun and not being so serious about it. So hope y'all have a wonderful weekend. Sending y'all a lot of love, and I appreciate y'all again for listening to this. I'll come into your ears and your eyes next week. Cheers, y'all.